Gather around, brethren. What's good, y'all? This your boy, this your motherfucking boy, King Known NBA Music Talk. King Known available on all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just want to talk about the 2025 NBA playoffs. I'm gonna admit something to you guys that I normally wouldn't admit, but whoever rigged this shit and put this shit together, whoever did this shit, right? Good job. Good ass job. Damn, that glare is annoying as hell. Yeah. But whoever put these playoffs together, bravo. Bravo to Adam Silver, bro. I hate to give this nigga credit because I hate Adam Silver with a passion. But I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. This has been an exciting playoffs. I guess I could talk about the first round and then a little bit of the second round, so that's what I'm gonna do. As far as OKC and Memphis, I mean, Ja wasn't 100%, so they couldn't make it a competitive series anyway. Memphis gave their current interim coach a contract. That was good. That was good shit, in my opinion. What else happened? Okay, so what was the 2-7? Okay, Warriors and Rockets. Warriors and Rockets was must-see TV. That was a great series because Houston is really that good. Houston's really talented. The absence of Jalen Green was pretty shocking to me about how poorly he played. I know he had 38 in game 2, but he was just awful. And, the Rockets are looking for, a guy that can get 20 points a game. So if they were to get, say, for example, Giannis, KD, like, say, for example, they, get a player that's like, I don't know, 20 points per game, they're going to include Jalen Green in that trade because he's the only one. Hello, Connor. But, yeah, Rockets and Warriors were everything that I thought it was going to be. What's up, Rob? I'm pretty good. I'm just talking NBA playoffs, in traffic currently. But, yeah, man, I'm just talking about the first round and how everything happened. Minnesota Timberwolves and the Lakers, I thought that series would be like 7 games. But in my opinion, Ant-Man, just going to the store. But yeah, Ant-Man and them just had a chip on their shoulder. Thoughts on a Cavs championship? Chances are slim on that because, Garland being out hurts them. They need Garland. If they don't have Darius Garland, the Cavs are not winning the championship. I don't even think they get out this round without Garland. They need him, just flat out. But I knew that the Timberwolves were going to win that series, but the refs actually were fair. They were letting them play. I was surprised about that. I wasn't expecting that. And Gobert, I knew that Gobert was going to have a good series against LeBron and them because the Lakers had no center. I'm about to park in a minute. It's all good. Always, the key to doing this, staying 3 car lengths behind the next car. That's the key. But, yeah. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like, that was a great series. Who else I didn't talk about in the West? I didn't talk 4-5. Oh, yeah, Nuggets and Clippers was must-see TV. I was shocked that the Clippers went out the way that they did, getting blown out in Game 6. That was a big shock to me. I was surprised about that. I couldn't believe it. I thought, like, since Kawhi was back, I thought that these guys was going to take it to the next level. But of course, James Harden did James Harden things. You understand what I'm saying? Harden folded. You know, this dude is allergic to close out games. It seems like when the team that has James Harden needs him, he just doesn't show, and that's just disappointing to me. It's just disappointing. So, yeah. East Coast, I mean, you know, the Cavs made quick work of the Heat. Obviously, they were healthy at that time. There's really not much to discuss other than Pat Riley's going to make a lot of changes to that team. Pat Riley's going to go crazy in the offseason. They're going to probably do an overhaul. I think they keep Bam and Tyler Hero, but everybody else, he's going to find a way to get rid of them all, Wiggins included. I think that Miami's a team to watch out for. Kevin Durant as well. You know, Miami's all about acquiring big stars, so we'll see about that. Pistons and Knicks was great. That was a great series. That was a classic war. That was a great series. I loved it, man. You know, even though Jalen Brunson was flopping all over the place, couldn't stand that dude. But he earned. But they won. The Pistons just were a young team, man. You know, and for a young, inexperienced roster, they did well, winning 2 games against the Knicks team right now that's got the Celtics up 2-0. That shows that Detroit could have beat them if they would have just simply took care of the ball. That's just my thoughts on the series. It's just like a lot of young mistakes in that series. That's just my thought on it. A lot of mistakes. Too many. Interesting. But yeah, man. Let's see. Who's the 2-7 and Celtics and Magic? I mean, you know, the Magic don't have, you know, consistent role players. You know, I just felt like KCP was very disappointing, and then they paid him all that money. You know, Wagner and Boileau was going to show up. It's just everybody else that that wasn't consistent enough, you know. And then they missed Jalen Suggs. You know, I think that Orlando has to go out and get another guard like Trae Young or somebody like that. Somebody on that level to go alongside Jalen Suggs. So one could be the offensive guard and the other one could be the defensive guard. You know what I'm saying? Magic didn't have a chance, but I thought the Magic would be a little bit more competitive, seeing as New York's got Boston down 2-0. Yeah. But that was wild. And then the Pacers and the Bucks. Wow. Tyrese Halliburton is playing the best basketball of his career. Yeah, man. Tyrese Halliburton's playing the best basketball of his career. And, you know, the Bucks took the Pacers for sweet. And they felt like since the Bucks had Giannis back that they were going to win the series. And I felt like the Bucks were a little bit overconfident. And I was just like, gotta put this nigga in timeout. Anyway, yeah, man, that was a tough one to watch. Yeah, and then Tyrese Halliburton for a game, scoring on Giannis, that was crazy. That was a wild series as well, especially with Mr. Halliburton and Giannis locking horns. That was hilarious. That was a great ending to that series. Then of course, I think I said everybody right in the East. Okay, so second round. Cavs versus Pacers. I mean, it just depends on the health of Darius Garland. I wasn't expecting Garland, Mobley, and Hunter to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't expect that. Not at all. It's pretty shocking to me. Because if this, I think that the Cavs would have got the first two games if Garland was there. That's just me. I feel like this is the second straight year where Indiana played injured teams. You know what I'm saying? Because, the Bucks had no Dame. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Kuzma might as well have just not checked in because he didn't show up. Now they're playing a Cavs team without, 2.5 starters because, Hunter goes from the starting lineup to the bench. But they probably start Strus and run Hunter off the bench, depending on how they feeling. But yeah, I feel like two of those three players that are missing, they have to come back. And now the Cavs got to go into a hostile environment like Indiana and win a game 3. This is very important. I mean, you got Donovan Mitchell having 40 plus at home and losing by 1. Now, that was a great effort by the Cavs to do that shit without 3 of their core players. But the issue is, now you gotta snatch their home court back. And I got a feeling that they're gonna split in Indy. I think Indiana's gonna go up 3-1. And the pressure is gonna be all on the Cavs because the Pacers have no pressure. Despite them going to the conference finals last year, it's Cleveland that has the most pressure. They're the team that had the best record in the East. So they have the pressure. Indiana has no pressure whatsoever at all. Now we looking at not Warriors, but Knicks and Celtics. Boston's in trouble. Being down 2-0. Oh, I'm from Detroit. Boston Celtics are in trouble. And I never thought I'd say this, but Jason Tatum is a no-show during the fourth quarter. Like, this dude, don't be demanding on my damn channel. You in timeout, buddy. Shaq is telling everyone on the block you like to get paid. Huh? Man, I'm putting more people in timeout than them motherfucker. Chill ass on. Anyway. Yeah, man. If y'all not talking about the NBA playoffs or commenting on it, just don't comment. That's just my thoughts. If you don't have a comment related to the video, you can please exit now. But anyway, back to my shit. So, yeah, I never thought that New York would be up 2-0 on these boys. I think very few people outside of the New York area, because, the New York Knicks, they live and die behind those Knicks. And I feel like this. The Celtics, they have a good enough team to, take the Knicks home games because, they got a 33-8 road record. The Knicks are not a good home team in these playoffs. They're 1-2. But we'll see about that. They got to sweep them to convince me that they're somebody, because these are still the defending champs. I think you still need to respect the Boston Celtics, but their late fourth quarter, their late game plays have been horrible. because all of the other teams in the playoffs, they know what to do on the last play of the game. And Boston, Jason Tatum had Mitchell Robinson in a perfect spot, because remember the play before the last one, he had an open dunk. And then Tatum gonna fold mid-shot, afraid of scrutiny, and pass it to Brown. That was weak to me. Yeah, man. It's just the fact that Boston lost both home games. That was insane, bro. Insane. And I got a feeling that Boston could go down 3-1. I think New York's going to split those games. It'd be crazy if Boston took both New York's home games. Because you got to think about it, like during the season, they were 4-0 against them. But the Knicks just have a new confidence. Like Jalen Brunson's playing. He is the clutch player of the year, and he's proven it throughout these playoffs. Sub football, that is. But yeah, man, that is wild that this is a 2-0 series and New York's got the home court. That is wild to me. West Coast, OKC and Denver, that's going to be a war. I wouldn't be surprised if that shit went 7. I mean, the Thunder whooped their ass something terrible last night. They beat them by what, 43 points, 45, something like that, something crazy. I think it was 43 points. I think OKC has got to get one game in Denver. They have to. And I believe they will. And then they found a way to stop Joker. They slowed him down. You're not going to shut down Joker, but you could stop him. And the Thunder, they made sure that the Nuggets didn't get back in the game yesterday. They just was, from the beginning of the game, they were going to flood the scoreboard. Then you got Minnesota and Golden State. I mean, Steph Curry being hurt, that hurts them, in my opinion. But I think Golden State can hold it down without him. I think that it's going to be difficult for Golden State to win game 2 in Minnesota. I think Minnesota's definitely going to take game 2. But Golden State has the home court. And when they go back to Golden State, a lot of the role players play well on the road. So I expect Minnesota to take game 2 and then Golden State get their home games. They say that Steph Curry might be back by game 6 if it goes to a game 6 or a game 7, because he's supposed to be out a week with that hamstring. But Jimmy Butler has done this before with teams. He's carried a lot of role players to the playoffs before. Yes, Bam and Tyler are not star players. I know Tyler Hero was an all-star, but he didn't play like that shit in the playoffs. And, this team knows the plays. They know what they run. And it's going to be tough, but I think Minnesota needs to use Rudy Gobert like they used him in the last series. If they do that, Minnesota could get back to the conference finals. But my overall thoughts, I'm still going to die on my sword with my picks. Because I don't know. It's kind of crazy to go against New York right now. But, I picked the Celtics to win. So I can see the Celtics. Oh. But yeah, I said the Celtics would win. I said the Thunder. I picked the Cavs, but the Cavs injuries, they have gotten, I don't know. I don't think the Cavs without all those players are going to beat the Pacers. And then I picked Golden State. Yeah, I picked Golden State, OKC, Boston, and Cleveland. But we'll see, man. Anything is possible. This has been the best playoffs in about 20 years. Hands down. And the best part about it, it ain't no LeBron James. That's what makes it. That's the icing on the cake for me. But yeah, thank you for checking out my live. I appreciate it. Nobody offered their opinions except Chad. I think that's his name. He said that New York's gonna kill these motherfuckers or whatever the hell he said in the comments. But just wanted to go live to say hello. I'm out. Oh, I